Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making Ropa Vieja. Ropa Vieja is a very popular Cuban dish and it is also known in different land country as carne mechada. I really enjoy this dish. You could do anything with it. Traditionally it is served with rice and beans. I will be eating this with rice and beans. And I also am going to have leftovers, so you can make this with tacos. You can make this with a lot on top of baked potato. You could do a lot of things with this. So let's get started with the ingredients and with the recipe. Right now, I'm going to be making my Ropa Vieja in my Instapot. I have my Instapot on saute because we're going to be sauteing and we're going to be braising the meat. The cut of meat that is used for this, you could use flank steak, you could use anything that shreds type of steak. I chose today a brisket. I had brisket and I've made it with brisket before and it actually comes out so much better and it's inexpensive as well compared to a flank steak or a skirt steak. I have already seasoned my meat. The meat you season overnight. You have to season it overnight. It's just so much better. And I have seasoned it with my sofrito. I have put a little bit, half a teaspoon of soy sauce, light soy sauce in it. My sofrito that I have made. I'll have that linked to the video below on how to make sofrito. And I have lemon and orange that I've used. You're supposed to use bitter orange. I can never find bitter orange, so you make your bitter orange by an orange and a lemon, squeeze them together, and it becomes a bitter orange. It becomes like a bitter orange. It's basically the concept. To the ingredients, I have a whole onion sliced up, and you want to slice them up like this. I have a whole bell pepper. I have a whole red pepper and yellow pepper. I also have my Sazon Goya that I'm going to be using, one stick of bouillon, 2 bay leaves. I have 1 tablespoon of cumin. I have 4 cloves of garlic that I have minced. I have my olives, as many as you desire. I have 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I have dry red wine, and you're supposed to also use dry red vinegar wine. I don't have red vinegar wine, so I'm going to be using the rest of my white wine vinegar. I also have a can of crushed tomatoes. I have my chicken stock this is homemade chicken stock that I made, not chicken stock, beef stock. And then I have some sofrito here also because I'm going to use it when I braise my meat. And oil. So I already have it on saute. So I'm going to add some oil on here. Enough to braise the meat. I'm going to let that get hot. And we're going to come over here and open our seasoning bag. As you see, I have put the peels in here just to add a little bit more flavor, and my lemon I squeezed it and just kind of threw it in there just to absorb all that flavor. So I'm going to remove that. I have taken my brisket and cut them up in pieces. And it's very seasoned in here. Like when I say I put sofrito, I literally covered it up in the sofrito. You could tell by the bag. So I'm going to let that get hot. And we're not going to put meat in there. We're going to do this little by little. Because if you put too much meat in there to saute, it's going to end up stewing, and you don't want that. You don't want any liquid to form. So I'm kind of shaking this up. It's already hot, so I'm going to put one in there and one small one in here. I'm just gonna let that braise up. As that's braising, once I have that braised, I'm gonna take the meat out. So we're gonna come back, I'm gonna braise this, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Okay guys, we're back. I already braised my meat, and this is what it's gonna look like. You want it to brown it up a little bit, okay? So make sure it's browned up. I'm kind of scraping the inside of this because that scrapes that are in there, it's what's gonna make this dish even amazing. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna add the onions. I'm gonna add half of the onions. I'm not gonna add all of it. There's a reason for this. Saute that in there. Bit of the peppers, half of everything, not all of it. Because this will cook down, and I like my vegetables a little crispy. I think everybody knows that about me by now, hopefully. And I'm just sauteing. I'm gonna add all of the garlic in here. Just saute that. Love the smell of fresh herbs, vegetables. Oh, the aromatic, the smell is just amazing. I'm gonna add the tomato paste. And with tomato paste, you want to mix it in and make sure it cooks. You don't want that metallic flavor. Something about tomato paste has a weird flavor if it's not cooked all the way. So you want to mix it in real good. Make sure it's really mixed in and cooked up. Oh, that smells so good. I'm so sorry. It just smells so good. You don't know. You don't know. You just don't know until you make it. Let that kind of till the vegetables get a little bit more soft. If you're wondering what Ropa Vieja means, it actually means old clothes. I don't know why it's, I didn't do research on that, so I have no idea why, but that's what they call it. Trust me, it don't taste like old clothes. I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of my seasoning here, my sofrito, and put it in there. And I'm gonna put this aside. Throw in 30s. And just mix. I'm gonna go add my white wine vinegar. This is about, I should measure it. I'm gonna use it. It looks like it's like a half a cup to me. And I'm gonna pour that in there. And stir it. Oh, so good. I'm gonna add my dry red wine. I'm using Cabernet Sauvignon. That's what I have on hand. That's what I drink. And then I'm gonna let that slender down, boil down. Which you hear it bubbling. Oh my goodness. I wish I could show you. Well, I could take it out and show you. I am going to take it out and show you. I'm going to be bold. This is what it's going to look like, guys. Okay? You want to take all, you know how it crisps up when you braise something? You want to take that and just scrape it off, because that's all yummy flavors. It's all yummy flavors, I'm telling you. I'm going to let that boil down a little bit. let that wine cook off. Start opening my stuff. Towards the end, we're gonna add the rest of the vegetables, and I will show you that, and we're gonna add the olives. We're working with all this right now. I'm actually debating if I should put this bouillon on there since I'm using this, because my sofrito is very potent. I don't even think I'm going to use more sofrito because it smells, just when I tasted a little bit of it, it's so seasoned already. And this has been marinating. I actually marinated it for 48 hours. I always go max 48 hours. You don't have to, 24 hours is sufficient. You could do 4 hours. I recommend more 24 hours because that meat will absorb all that flavor. Guys, the vegetables are softened. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the meat in here. And when you use a brisket, when you use the brisket, use the less fat. Take the fat out. Okay. If there's still some fat in there, that's fine, because we are going to shred this at the end. Getting that meat in there. I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes. You could crush your own tomatoes. You use canned crushed tomatoes. You could even use stewed tomatoes and just kind of cut them up, because stewed tomatoes are whole, not whole, but halves of a tomato. And now I'm gonna add. This is gonna be hard for me to open because this is pressured. I make my broth and I can them, and then I release all the air out of it, so it's sealed. So yeah. Okay, the way I open this, I use this without puncturing it. You got to be very, very careful. So I just kind of like to hear it pop. There you go. I'm gonna add my cumin in there. I love cumin. It adds very good flavor. And I have it in my sofrito already, but you want to add more to it. It's good. I'm going to add my Sazon Goya. And I'm going to add my broth until the meat is covered, which was the whole thing. Now this is where I'm going to taste it. Taste my broth. And see if I need to add that cube. I am going to add it because it's missing a little bit of more salt. I don't want to add salt. And I don't want to add adobo because I do overload my sofrito with adobo. But you could add adobo if you like. I'm gonna add my bouillon stick in here. I'm actually gonna crush it. And my broth is not salted. I don't put any salt to it. I just boil my bones and can it. So this is gonna add a little bit more salty to it and more flavor. I'm gonna add my 2 bay leaves. Also, you can use laurel leaves. I don't know if bay leaves and laurel leaves are the same thing, but some people know them as laurel leaves. My mom says laurel leaves, but I know them as bay leaves. So, never knew it was the same or not. I don't know. You tell me. Is laurel leaf and bay leaves the same thing? I don't know. Okay. That's in here. I got it covered up. The meat is covered. I am going to seal this. Pressure locked in. Manual. And put it for 25 minutes. And it should start. And in 25 minutes, we will come back and we're gonna check this. Hello guys, so our meat is ready. I've took it out of the pressure cooker. I left it sitting there for about 10 minutes. When I took it out, I didn't do I did a quick release after 10 minutes. You can leave it there longer if you like. It's fine because you want your meat tender. So if it beeps and you want to wait for it to release on its own, that's totally fine. I just kind of rushed the video. While I took the meat out, I'm gonna go ahead and stick the rest of my vegetables in here. And my olives. And I'm just gonna stir that in there. And then just close the lid and let it do its own thing. Oh, I still got it. I'm not gonna put it on or anything. I'm just gonna leave it in there with the lid closed as I finish shredding this. So, see how the meat is really tender? Easy to shred. See that? And it's hot, so I can't really use my hands, but I'd rather use my hands to do this and just shred it. But it's too hot for me to do that, so we're gonna use the fork. But normally I would let it cool off and shred my meat. See that? And I already had started a little bit over here. If you run into any fat, do not put it back in. Separate that and throw that out. This is why I said use the less fatty part of the brisket. And this looks like it has some fat in there because it's being difficult with me. So I'm trying to get as much of the meat I can and then get rid of the fat. Okay. This is why I like using my hands. I don't like, it's just easier with my hands. And shred it as much as you can. This one did not have fat. It's actually doing pretty good. And this is like I have bought a big brisket and I cut him up. It was like this big and I just kind of cut it up and then freeze them. I have a deep freezer, so see, this is fatty. So I'm just gonna, we're not even gonna use this. Just cut it off. Get rid of that. And I didn't use much meat in here, but you can use half of the brisket for the ingredients that I put, because you want a lot of meat. I'm not trying to feed an army right now, but, and just so you know, the smaller you cut your brisket, like you don't want to put the whole thing in there. You have to slice them up and braise them like in pieces because it's easier. And I really want to use my hands, but this is being difficult. not difficult for hot. See, there's some fat here, which is preventing me from shredding it. So I'm just gonna pull that fat out and then just shred it. Ooh, that's fat right there. See, this is the fatty part. I had a fatty piece in here. See all that? That's you don't want that in your brisket. This is the fat piece. So I try to take as much meat as I can. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. I'm doing it backwards. And I messed up. This piece is actually pretty fatty, which is no bueno. You don't want the fat. You want the simple meat where it shreds like this. This is the fat right here. Get rid of that. My phone always goes off when I'm filming. So I'm just gonna shred it. This is cooled down a little bit as I shredded it. If I see fat, I just kind of render it to the side. Using your hands is a lot better because you could separate it a lot better. Again, you don't have to use brisket. I just chose the wrong piece. I defrosted the more fattier version. And I thought I cut up a lot of the fat off, but I guess I didn't. See, this is some fat right here. I'm just gonna cut it off. Just get rid of it. Look at that. Nice shredded meat. Beautiful. Beautiful. I keep seeing the shred on this, and I want to take it all out. I'm very no food go to waste attitude. Too many people are starving in this world, so we gotta use what we got. But you don't want to eat all that fat either. I don't know why I look over here and I see, oh, there's meat in here. See? Beautiful. This was hot, so that's why I'm like, ah. This apparently was fat. Yeah, there's a lot of bristle in here. So this one didn't do me any justice, unfortunately. Make sure you pick, I'm gonna stress this out, pick the less fatty part of the brisket. And I know you guys probably hate this sound, but fat. And I'm gonna reopen this. And put this back in there. Yes. And honestly, guys, because I had that fat on here, it kind of reduced my meat count. But I would, as much vegetables I put in here, I should have more meat. But that's okay. Taste test of the broth. Make sure you don't need any, oh my god, you don't need any salt or anything. That is flavorful. Flavorful, not in a salty way, flavorful in a, that is delicious. Now, I don't have any rice made or anything. It's fat. any rice made or anything. I just made this Ropa Vieja. So let me go ahead and plate this for you guys so you could just see how delicious this looks, and we'll take a taste of that. Okay? Okay, guys. Okay. I have here my plate, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna just show you what this looks like. Oh, wow. I missed the meat. I totally missed the meat in here. Ah. Oh, you don't want that, baby. So here we go. The vegetables I put in, they already cooked by themselves. And I just like my veggies. You can put less veggies if you like. But you will serve this basically with white rice on the bottom. And it sucks up all that flavor. And let me tell you, it is delicious. Look at that. See that shredded meat? And it needs to be very shredded. That's a big piece right there. I think that's the one I just took out. But yeah, Ropa Vieja. It's hot. The meat is good. Oh my god. The flavor is amazing. I really wish I had rice. On point. On point. The only thing is that I have some fatty meat in there. It's kind of messed up my thing, but I kept going. We're gonna keep going. Cut off the fat. A little bit of fat is good, okay, but one of the meats was actually had a lot of gristle in it. You don't want the gristle, so make sure when you cut your brisket. I don't know if you buy a big brisket, okay? I usually buy the big ones. I trim it, and I cut it in 3s. The middle part is the one you want to use for this, not the big chunky part that has all the fat in it. That one's actually good for brisket, but the middle part and even the end part, the smaller part, has less fat in it. You want to use that piece, okay? I think I grabbed the wrong part. I grabbed the fatty part, but it's okay. It's still meat, and it's still good. The flavors are still there. And if you like peppers and onions, this shouldn't bother you. If you do not, put less of it. But let me tell you, it does add to the dish. It is part of the dish, and it adds a good flavor. If you don't, another way that is also good is a lot of people are visual and they don't want to see this, the onions, the peppers. You can blend it because it needs these flavors. It really does need the onion flavor and then the peppers flavor. But it's really good. As you can tell, I love my peppers. This is good. So, Ropa Vieja. And I wish I had rice. This meal, oh my god, the olive gave it a just good. This meal can be transformed. I have a lot of broth here. And it really renders down. I have a lot of meat here, see? And vegetables. So it's really good. What I was gonna say is, you could take that meat, put it in a skillet, stir fry it, and make like a, if you wanna make like a fajita style, like kind of crisp it up a little bit with a taco. You know, we're in Texas, so we're all about tacos. You can do it in a taco, soft taco. Eat that sucker with some sour cream or crema fresca. Another thing, burrito. This would be bomb burrito. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna remake this for burrito tomorrow for dinner. I might film that and show you guys and add some things. Maybe do like an avocado sauce or something. But rice and beans, sliced avocado on the side. If you want some plátanos, sweet plantains or tostones, I have a recipe for tostones. It'll be delicious. Just on top of some tostones, oh, amazing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you enjoyed this meal. I hope you try the meal to make it to enjoy the meal. So like this video if you like this meal. Subscribe to keep up with me. There's a lot of recipes I'm going to be posting. There's going to be a lot of lamb. There's going to be a lot of Italian. There's going to be a lot of American. Just a little bit of everything. So please subscribe and enjoy. Toodaloo.